Hi, everyone. Welcome to the training meeting that I'm going to do on how to do an opportunity business launch meeting. First off, let me say that this is something that's kind of new to our team, and I wanted to show everyone how you can do one of these. I think they're highly beneficial for getting your business started, or maybe even restarting a business that you would like to gain more customers or more ambassadors. So I just did one of these last week locally here, and I wanted to kind of go through the process of how to do it and when you would want to do one. So I'm going to take you through the process. First of all, what is a business launch meeting? You can call it several different things. You can call it a sip and see. You can call it a Plexus get together. You can call it a business launch. You can call it an opportunity meeting. There's lots of different things that you can call it. Uh, why do you need one? The nice thing about these is that you can invite all of your friends. If you're doing this for somebody on your team, they can invite their friends. And basically, the purpose of it is to bring other people to Plexus that may be more interested in seeing things in person rather than online. Or maybe it's a combination. Maybe they've seen your stuff on Facebook or on a different kind of social media and they want to come see things in person. A lot of times, when people see things in person and they see people talking about Plexus in person, they can touch things, they can see the product, and they may be more apt to join you if they actually come and see what it's all about. Usually these things are really fun. A lot of people getting together talking about Plexus, and it really helps. It really does. And so the why you need one is basically to get more people on board. It helps your team, it helps you. You don't have to have people there that are already on Plexus. If you're by yourself in an area and you don't have anybody that can come to it, you can do it on your own, and I'll show you exactly how. So basically, you're going to plan the event. You're going to decide what you're going to call it. You're going to create an evite on Facebook, an invite event, and you can invite a lot of people. I would invite everyone, all of your friends that are local. You can even invite people that aren't local that may have people that they know that are local. You can share the event on your regular wall. You can share the event in your team page, on our team page, and also for sure in your customer group. You'll want to share that. And then you can invite people individually. You can invite people, friends that you know might be interested, and then follow it up with a phone call. If there's people in your area that you for sure want to come, call them and ask them, can you come to my house on such and such a day, which is what we'll do, when and where. Should I do one? You can do one at your house. You can do one at a restaurant party room. You can just call ahead and tell them what you're doing. Some restaurants will let you have them there. Some churches let you have them in their community center. There's lots of different places you can have one. A lot of places you can have for free or whatever the cost of the food is for the people that are going to come. So obviously, it helps to have people there that are already on Plexus that have had results, whether that be with the business or the product. But you can do it by yourself if you have to. But if you can get people to come, whether they're on your team or somebody else's team, that would be great if they could come in and they could share their testimony. And we'll go through that in just a minute. But it's very easy. Anyone can do it. You do not have to be a diamond ambassador. You can be whatever rank you are, you can do it. You can have just signed up, and you can invite your friends. And so most of the time you're pretty comfortable when you're around your friends. So if you have people that can come to it, that would be great, that are already doing Plexus. But if not, then you can do it by yourself. The great thing is that we have this slideshow already ready to go. You can add your own pictures at the end. I'll show you how to do that. But I want to say that you do not have to be with Plexus any amount of time or have a certain amount of people on your team. You can just put this out there and say, hey, would you come to my opportunity meeting or my business launch? I really just want to share with my friends and family what I'm doing. You'll be more familiar with what I'm doing. I can show you the products. You can taste the pink drink, and we can just have fun. So if you make it really fun and all about getting together and socializing, a lot of people will want to come to that. So This is some pictures from last week. We had it at one of my newest ambassador, Jana's house, and she made the table all up really nice. You can do this with whatever products that you have. I will suggest that you print off pictures of products maybe that you don't have. You could put those up. You can do like she did with a cake stand. I had the tablecloth. You don't have to have a Plexus tablecloth. I have the banners and stuff, but you don't have to have that. You can just use a plain black tablecloth. And I think she got these decorations from the dollar store. She just made it all up to look pink and nice. And you can see in the back that she had some vegetables and snacks. That's totally optional. We mixed up about 6 packets into this little glass pitcher. And we had these little pink shot glasses that we got from the Dollar Tree. And so that way you're not using very much of the product, but you're letting people sample the pink drink. She also had tea, a different beverage there, so that they could actually have a drink. But this was just to taste the pink drink. You don't want to, you don't want it to get too expensive. So all you want them to do is be able to taste it and see that they like it. She had some brochures. I added some stuff. We brought different things. We put in what we had together. And she printed up a little thing from the computer, and it all looked really nice. This is all something that you guys can do without a whole lot of expense. But she made it all to look really nice. And here's a picture of us together in front of the table. And it was really fun. Jana is brand new to Plexus, and she just invited all the local friends she could. She put it on Facebook. She followed up with phone calls and made sure that people came for that. And so there was quite a few people that showed up, but I'm going to go through the slideshow, and we will make this available. It's already available, but we will make this easy to get to on the Rockin' page. But what I did was I just basically stood up in front of the room, and I had Rod's laptop connected to her TV, and we went through the slideshow, and basically I just got up and talked. And I just basically told them everything that I know about Plexus. And so this is the slideshow that you'll go through. And basically, you'll tell people, hey, this is the products that I started selling, and I wanted to share with you what they have done for me so far. And I wanted to get you familiar with what exactly Plexus is. So we're going to, first of all, talk to whoever's there and say, this is what we want to do. We want to help you get healthy. We want to help you gain financial freedom, whatever it is that your goal is. You may then, depending on the size of your group, you may go through the room and say, what is your goal to come tonight? Did you just want to hear more about the products? Did you want to hear about the business opportunity? And that way you can kind of answer questions throughout the evening. So you're going to go through and talk about who has tried Plexus. So if you have people there that have already tried Plexus and they have a story, this is a great time to ask them. And I would limit it. I would tell them, depending on how many people you have there, if you have 2 people, have them tell their whole story. But if you have 5 or 6 people, have them give like a 1-minute testimony of what the products have done for them. What have they done in the business? If they're ambassadors or if they're just customers, then ask them what the products have done for them. I usually, if there's a lot of Plexus people in the room, I always say things like, how many in here are sleeping better? Almost everybody always raised their hand. There is nothing like seeing people tell their story in person. And that's why these meetings work so great, is because when people come in and they see, and if you don't have people there, then this is why in the slideshow we're going to show you that we have before and afters from our own team in here for you to show, just in case you don't have anybody. But if you do, this is the time that you will talk about that. If you don't, say, well, there's nobody here tonight, but we have a lot of people on our team. Thousands of people's lives have been changed, and we'll go through all that. This is just a disclaimer that we put on here just to make sure that they know that you're not giving out medical advice. You don't have to read this, but I just show it and say, I'm not a medical expert. These are all products that are just supposed to make you feel better. If you have any concerns at all, you should ask your doctor if you have any health problems. So here are pictures that you can talk about. These are people from your team. This is me and Rod. And I just kind of went through and told our story real quick. You can put your before and after if you have one here, or you can put other people that maybe you may be close to. These are all people from our team. And I just talked about that this is my niece, and this is Mel from our team. And I talked about her story a little bit, and, get familiar with these stories if you're going to add your own pictures, or if you're going to use the ones on here, or other people from our team, just get familiar a little bit with their story, so you can just talk about, this is, what people have experienced so far on our team. This is my sister. And I told a little bit about my sister's story and how she's lost over 40 pounds and feels awesome. This is Teddy from our team. I wanted to show a picture of a guy because, there's more women in Plexus than men. And if there's any men at your get together, you'll want to show men pictures so that they don't think that it's all just about women. This is my friend Shannon McCumber, and she has lost 50 pounds. I love this picture. Everybody goes, wow, in the room, and it's so awesome to show these. This is, these are good for if you are doing it by yourself and you don't have other ambassadors or customers there. These are good you can talk more or less, depending. We like to keep the meetings, fairly short. Try to keep the presentation around 45 minutes if you can. 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how many people are there and they're sharing their stories and stuff. But you can go through and decide, what do I need to make this part longer? Are there less people here that need to share their testimony, that are sharing their testimony? If there's not, then I'll talk longer about the before and afters. And then here is Amber, and her picture is pretty awesome, and her story. And so then you're going to come to the product overview. So what you're going to do is, this is going to be a link, and you're going to play the product overviews. And this is basically does the work for you. And that's what I love so much about the slideshow, is that you don't have to know everything about the products to be able to do one of these. It's a short video. They're just going to go through the products, tell you what the products were made to do, what they do for people. And it's really cool because you don't have to learn about every product. You can just show this video and it does the work for you. Afterwards, if you have time, you can ask people, what did you love about this video? What stood out to you? What kind of things did you think was great? Whose story did, which product just stood out to you as being something that could help you with? And then we go through the common questions. And so this is great because a lot of people, the first thing they're going to ask is it expensive? Will it work for me? Is it FDA approved? Is it safe? So then you're going to go through and you're going to talk about this. And you're going to say, is it expensive? Well, and this is what I went through and said, we all know that we spend a lot of money on our Starbucks coffee, on our drive-through for snacks, on all kinds of different things for medications or different things. We try to eat healthy, but we throw out our healthy food because we're not eating healthy. Plexus is going to help you eat healthier. Do you have gym memberships and you don't go? This getting on Plexus is going to help you in a lot of different ways, and it can actually save you money. So then that just puts that right out of their mind. Is it expensive? Well, how much is your health worth to you? For me, it's pretty limitless because being healthy is more important than anything else. So you can talk about that. And then it shows you a picture of coffee versus slim. And then these beverages are about $3 a day. So, you can actually save money by doing Plexus. So will it work for me? There's a 60-day money-back guarantee for customers, so you want to make sure that you tell them that. If it's an ambassador, they don't have the same guarantee as a customer, so people need to know that up front. So there's a 60-day money-back guarantee for customers, and that's when I say, companies don't offer this if they have products that don't work. That's what's great about it. And always mention the 60-day money-back guarantee to prospective customers, because a lot of times that will be the one thing that gets them to buy, because they think, well, if a company's going to offer that, it must be good, which it is. So always mention that. Is it FDA approved? A lot of people always want to say, well, that's not FDA approved, so it must not be safe. Well, that's when you say, did you know that no vitamins are FDA approved? They don't allow it to be FDA approved. But Plexus is FDA compliant, meaning that their facilities are compliant with what the FDA makes people comply to. So Plexus takes the extra step of being voluntarily compliant. So is it safe? Plexus products are safe. They're the most natural way to lose weight. But if you're concerned, if you have any health issues, always take your ingredients to your doctor and make sure it's okay. All the ingredients are in our back office. So you can print those up for people. If they have a question, they can take it to the doctor. Most doctors are going to say, yes, that's fine. If it helps you, that's fine. A lot of doctors don't really like supplements because they don't make a lot of money off of supplements. They don't make any money off of supplements, so they might not like it. But most of them will say, if it helps you, go ahead and take it, because the ingredients in Plexus are safe and they're natural. So if you love everything you've heard tonight and you love Plexus, now what? Now we're going to talk about the business side of Plexus. We've already talked about the product and the fun, and now we're going to talk about the business side. So this is where we show these different things that happened in 2014, whereas we were featured in the Success from Home. You can talk about that. We can talk about the Shape magazine, that we were the #2 diet, although we don't like to be called a diet, but we were the #2 on the Shape magazine top diets for 2014. We were in Inc. 500 as being the 8th fastest growing company, which is awesome and amazing. And we should always share that, because these are great things that show that Plexus is exploding, and a lot of people will want to jump on board because it's still a ground floor opportunity with Plexus. So that's when we talk about that. Joining Plexus is expensive. Well, that's when you can say, really, it's not expensive. It's only $34.95. I don't know anywhere else where you can start your own business for $34.95. Very low risk. It's $34.95 per year. That sets up your whole entire website, and they maintain it. You don't have to do anything to it. You just send your customers there to order, and they handle everything else. They ship it to your customers. They do everything. So next, I'm not a salesperson. Well, that's when I always say, I think it's great if you're not a salesperson, because what is great about Plexus is that it's a sharing type company, and we want people that are really happy to share what they like. Have you ever told somebody about a great restaurant or a big sale on shoes? You want to share that. So when you get in Plexus and you start loving the products, it just comes natural to share it. And that's what we want. We want to share. We don't want to sell. So it's great. We like skeptical people because people trust skeptical people. So I always say, if you're skeptical, that's the best kind of ambassador there is, because once you start loving the product, it's really easy for you to go and start talking about it to people. So I've tried network marketing. Plexus is so much different than your average network marketing company. Our comp plan is awesome. Like I just said, it's all product driven. So the ambassadors are going to be making money at first with sales. And so we have the right products, we have the right time, it's the right time. Everyone loves the products, and it's very product driven, our company. And so that's what makes us different. And the fact that everything is online, we don't do parties, we don't do inventory, everything is taken care of online, which is really awesome. And we're like a big family. Everybody helps each other, and it's the way it's growing. It's just the best time to get into Plexus. It's a great time. A compensation plan is like no other. So this is one of the ways that we're different from other network marketing companies. And so here, it's very easy again to share the video that is Alfred, one of our CEOs, and he talks about how he came up with the compensation plan. It's a very short, to the point. Basically, it's just the very first introduction to the comp plan. It basically he talks about how it's different from other network marketing plans, to where everyone in the company can make money, not just the people at the top. So at the end of that video, it's very short. You can show that, does all the work for you. You can say, what did you love about this video? And then after that, you can answer questions if they have that on the comp plan. So here is basically, I showed pictures of my own journey and just told them how I've been on trips and how this has been so life-changing for me and my family. That this is where I just basically tell my story of how I got involved with Plexus. And this is where you can share your story. Tell what the products have done for you. Tell what the business has done for you. What do you like about Plexus? How our team is so supportive of each other. This is where I talk about you can have teams in other places, not just locally, and how it spreads out. I always talk about how, I just told my friends and family, basically. I haven't done any cold calling or any knocking on doors or anything. It's basically I've spread everything on Facebook as much as possible. So that's what I've done. Anyone can do it, basically, and that's why it's so cool. So then we'll go to the question and answer. People usually have questions after that. If they don't, then you can move on to just talking about what they want to do next. You know, do they want to become a preferred customer? Do they want to start their own business? And you can go on from there. So if you have any questions about this, I would also give about 2 weeks notice on this. If you're going to create an event on Facebook, give it about 2 weeks so that you can get plenty of time in to ask people to come to it, get some confirmations from people, and make sure that that's a good day and a time for your core people that you want to invite that you think would be great customers or ambassadors, and then put it out there. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, and also we will make this available for you so that you can have the same slideshow, and you can also tweak it and put your own pictures in if you'd like. So thank you for listening. I hope that you all have successful opportunity meetings and that you find this video helpful. Talk to you soon.